Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on my Hoya video. This was a rather complicated video to make for two reasons. Well, you be the judge. This Hoya, a year ago I got from my sister. My sister had it for a very long time, and apparently this is a cutting from the Hoya that my mother used to grow on the farm in Makwasi. I'm talking about 50 years ago. So I've never really wanted Hoyas, but then my two sisters were keen on growing them, and when I saw this opportunity, I decided, let me order it. I can grow it and make cuttings and give it all to them. The second reason this is complicated is, if you look at the packaging, okay, I know the plants were cheap. You had to buy a group of them. It was published on a WhatsApp website where you could go and select. And I thought, okay, let me buy 20 so that I can hand some of them out to my two sisters. The packaging, look, I have shipped plants in the past. It's a lot of work. Unfortunately, the packaging of this was not up to standard. The box is very flimsy, and when I opened it, you can see this one side of the box was crushed. The one pot was broken. Obviously it was not, or it's that side. Yeah, that side was crushed. The one pot was broken. It was okay. The plant looks okay. That's in it. But all they did was to take 20 little pots with the plants, no wrapping, no nothing, put them on the bottom of the cardboard box, no insulation, no paper to, let them not roll around. And when the box was full with 20 plants, they packed paper on top of it and closed it. You'll see the one plant is broken, unfortunately, but I can propagate that. I've cut it and I will propagate it. The other problem is very few of them have names. Now, if you want to see what the flowers of these plants look like, you can skip to the end of the video, and I took screenshots of what I think I bought. So if you know any of those, and these are not specifically rare plants, I just wanted something that I could share with my two sisters. So let's see how this is going to go. I don't know if you can see the name there, but the names are all at the end of this video, so you can skip to that and have a look. I think let me fast forward this a bit. I'm sure you don't want to see me unpacking 20 Hoyas, well, 19 left. Okay, now it's a little bit faster. I'm not going to unwrap the plastic that holds the soil in on video, because I'm sure you don't want to see me doing that another 19 times. Let me quickly take them out and see what condition they are in. They look okay. The colors are all kind of bleached. I don't know where they were grown. It looks like, and I know the area where they come from, it might have been outside in a hothouse, and it also looks like there's some spray marks on it that could be a foliar feed or a insecticide or pesticide or whatever. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but as I say, it was cheap. This is the one that's broken, you can see there, but that's easy to propagate. There is a little bit of the original mother plant or stem left, so that's not an issue. They all look in good condition. According to the seller, they are well rooted. It looks like it. There's some that's quite tall. I wouldn't say that there's just one leaf cuttings. There's one or two that seemed like they have been propagated from quite a few times already. You can see that as cuts has been made, and there's all 20 of them. The issue is that there's very few, and that's the one I always had. Look at the beautiful green color of that, and then here's the rest. You see the residual or the residue on it? It looks like it was sprayed with something. And there's also a wire, obviously, for some that may be creeping. That's the broken one, so that you could trail it up that little piece of wire. Doesn't really make sense to me, but at least the seller did that. Let me just show you this leaf here. There you go. It's quite pretty. I think it's also because it's a hairy leaf and some of the hair has come off. That's why it's got this inconsistent color to it. So let me take off all the plastics. That one has got quite a large leaf. Take off all the plastics and then I'll show you what it looked like. Yeah, I've taken all the packaging material off. I could see what the roots look, well, some of the roots look like, some of them, and this is why I say I think they were grown in some kind of hothouse outside. Some of the layer, some plants, the topsoil layer, it almost looks like it's been washed off, and you can see some exposed roots, which is a good and a bad thing. The good thing is it means it's well rooted. That's the broken one. And the bad thing is these roots may now dry out. You can see there's a broken leaf. It was just poor packaging. Honestly, it was poor. So what I've decided to do is, look, they traveled for 2 days. I ordered them on Sunday. They were sent off on Monday and I got them on Wednesday morning. So there were about 48 hours that they were in the packaging. So what I've decided to do is going to put them in prop boxes just to make sure, give them a day or two to acclimate, and then I will repot. And here we go. And then I'm going to repot. I think just these two. I just took 2 random ones. I honestly want to see what the roots are like so that I know what I'm in for. Is my potting mix. I've got some larger pots and also some sort of standard the same size pot. So let's see what the roots look like. So this is the first one. You probably won't be able to see it, but there's some exposed roots on the soil, but they look all right. They look alive. So I'm just gonna pot it up a little bit deeper. Just make sure that the plant is well rooted. There's no roots at the bottom. The growing medium is very sandy, which means it's just good drainage. The roots are looking okay. It's well rooted. Should be okay. I can work with this. And all I'm going to do is just pot it up a little bit deeper so that the exposed roots are well covered and that it will grow. Remember, it's now winter here in South Africa, so I'm not expecting fireworks anytime soon. I'm just going to keep them inside for now so that they can get used to my conditions. And once it's in the prop box, I'm probably going to take out in another week or so, look what they look like, if they all look good. Maybe repot another 1 or 2 just to make sure about the roots. And then I will probably move them outside because I think they will just do better outside. Keep in mind we don't get frost. We're in a frost-free area. We're in a subtropical area. So although it does get cold, we never reach freezing point. And if I put them under the veranda, they're well protected, they're not in the wind. They get some residual heat from the sun that shines on the tiles and warm it up. So they should be okay if I move them out there. This is the other one. Just going to have a look. It's the same potting medium. I'm not going to disturb the roots too much. If the roots look okay, I'm just going to leave it. And this one particularly, the roots look really well established. I don't want to take too much of the medium off. And you'll see when I lift it up, there's quite a lot of medium left on the roots, and I'm just going to leave it like that. Don't want to now let the plant go into a shock because of the change of medium and being repotted. I'm going to use a slightly larger pot here because the root ball is quite big, and I want to put it in slightly deeper so that the plant stands up a little bit more and not lie down to the side. I think it's just going to be easier to handle and to grow. Then just fill it with potting medium, and then we can, I'm going to water them, and then I'm going to put them back into the prop box so that, give them some time just to settle down and then see how it goes. So these two pots also had names on it. So what I'm going to do is just write the name. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I can look it up later. Write it on name tag. Unfortunately, I was standing in the sun because this is winter and the sun is nice and warm. And when I show you the name on white, you just couldn't see anything. But don't worry, I'm going to show you now, once I've done this, what the names of the plants are. Here we go. And there they are. If you recognize this name, please comment. Please tell me what you know about this plant. And the other one is just Ida. Okay. I'll have a look on the price list that I got and see what the names are. So now all we have to do is to water it. And this is the important bit. My potting medium retains quite a bit of moisture. I know that, I'm used to that, and I like it that way because I don't have to water that often. However, what I do, and I'll show you now, once it's well watered, is I pick up the plant and I hold it at an angle because I want the water to flow out of the pot. I want to make really sure that there's no residual water at the bottom. Just make sure it all drips out. You can put it at an angle. That will also help. Let's quickly do the other one. And then I'm going to put it in the prop box. I'll show you now, as I said, soon the pictures and the names of what I supposedly bought is coming up. If you recognize any of them, if you have any experience with it, please let me know, and time is going to tell how these are going to grow and what it's going to look like. I haven't put any fertilizer or anything in. I'm going to leave them to really just settle down, and once we're getting closer to spring, in August, we're now in mid-June, so it's another month. August, it starts warming up dramatically. So then I will start giving it some fertilizer, and hopefully then it will start growing. Great, almost done. Let's just put it back into the prop box. You can see there's all the others, and then we can have a look, and I'll show you the pictures of the flowers. And here they are. If you recognize any of them, if you have any experience growing them, and if you know what they look like, maybe have pictures, please let me know. I'd really appreciate your input. Thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far, please subscribe, please like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Have a fabulous day. Goodbye.